Do I eat enough, or should I eat more? Today we'll take a journey into the protein world, and we'll try to understand how the body builds them, what are the needs of a basketball athlete, and which are the best sources found in foods. Hello, and welcome to our channel. I am Mihai Dumitrescu, IPT Skill Enhancement Trainer, Pro Basketball Coach, and NCSF Certified Sports Nutrition Specialist. Let's begin by understanding how all this thing about protein works in our bodies. One thing you have to understand is that protein is essential, and a human cannot live without it. Let's go deeper and see what proteins do. They are building blocks for all cells. Hair, nails, skin, muscles, bones, and connective tissue are only some examples, but actually, every cell is built from proteins. Proteins build hemoglobin, which transports the oxygen to the cells throughout the body. They also build albumin, which holds the water inside the bloodstream. And then globulin, which carries a lot of things like minerals or hormones, through the blood. Hormones are made also from proteins, as well as enzymes. If the protein intake, as raw material for all of these things, doesn't have the proper composition and quality, or simply is too much, the excess that can't be utilized is transformed into glucose. To go forward, you need to understand what protein utilization means. When we eat proteins, we eat thousands of amino acids put together. Then we digest them, putting them apart one by one, and in the end, our body puts them together in certain sequences dictated by the DNA, to make this way new unique proteins for what the body needs. Amino acids are even essentials, which we need to eat, or non-essential, that can be made up by our body. The essential amino acids are 9. Histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. Now, the human proteins are, as I said earlier, sequences of amino acids, put together in different successions. Because we can't know what proteins our body will need to build, and we cannot influence these complex processes, we need to provide the full spectrum of essential amino acids in the necessary quantities. Unfortunately, plant-based proteins are incomplete sources of essential amino acids, and if you decide to eat vegan, you need advanced nutritional knowledge to combine them for satisfactory results. I am not saying that being vegan is bad, but you need to know how to do it. Furthermore, because plants' absorption rate is low, compared with animal protein, as an athlete you'll need to eat double quantities, which for sure will be a big impediment during your training sessions. The idea is that the only complete proteins for the human body are the animal proteins, because the ratios that are built of, are very similar to ours. As I said before, if the protein is incomplete, most of it is useless and is converted into glucose. Overall, due to all of these, the plant protein utilization is less than 17%. For the animal protein it goes up to 30%, with the eggs being an exception, for which how you'll see, this number goes higher. This part of the video has intended to make you understand how protein works, but if I was not fully understood, or any of the terms are unfamiliar to you, leave us a comment, or send me an email, and we can take it from there. The human body, to function correctly, needs around 0.8 to 0.9 grams of protein per body kilogram. But this is the ratio for a sedentary person, who does not have much physical activity. In the case of a basketball player, who regularly trains, the need go higher, as an athlete has bigger muscular tissue, and the whole body needs much more repair material, for faster recovery. There is a unanimous consensus, that for team sports like basketball, the needs are around 1.6 to 1.7 grams per body kilogram. To measure this, you need to use specialized apps, which nowadays are easy to access, and most of them are for free. We use for our athletes, the Chronometer app, which turned out to be a real help. As I said at the beginning of the video, I will talk about the best natural protein sources, and for today I have 6 on the list. Number 6, pork, turkey, and chicken meat. It has about 30% utilization, like most animal proteins. The problem is that it's very hard to find good quality, as usually these animals don't live a normal life, and are fed with poor quality food. If you choose to eat it, then try to find organic meat, And if you can't find it, but you still want to consume it, beware of the fat content, as all the toxins are packed there. Number 5 on our list is dairy. It has the same utilization percentage as other animal proteins. Because these products have a great amount of fat, you need to look for those coming from grass-fed animals, and as organic as you can find. On number 4 we've put cheese, which is a more concentrated form of dairy. As previously, try to find on your market those cheeses from grass-fed animals, and ideally organic. Number 3 is red meat such as lamb and beef. We have the same ratio of utilization as before, around 30%. Depending on where you live, it is much easier to find good quality, coming from grass-fed animals, and this is why we've put it in our top 3. Fish will be our second choice. Even if the protein utilization is still 30%, good quality wild fish comes with essential fatty acids like EPA and DHA, which are extremely important as well as anti-inflammatory, but also as building blocks for the nervous system. As fatter the fish is, the better, and my recommendations here go to salmon, sardines, or mackerel, but you can choose any other you'd like. Just take a look at mercury content, which goes higher for bigger fishes. Here we go to number 1. The whole egg is the celebrity, the VIP of proteins. It has the biggest protein utilization of all natural sources, at about 43%, and that is why it is the most valuable of all. I don't say that you need to eat only eggs, but you should consider them a big part of your diet. Recently the cholesterol limit intake was abandoned, as the studies showed no impact on human health for the one coming from the diet. It is very important to understand that only the whole egg has this utilization ratio, and despite some people's beliefs, the egg white alone drops to a 17% rate, which makes it equal to plant proteins. With this being said, we can conclude that nature packs everything in such a beautiful way: proteins with fat, enzymes, minerals, vitamins, and many others, that you don't need to do a lot more than eating it. So, my advice will be to use the food as natural as you can and get rid of processed dishes, as they are not utilized by our bodies at the value it is supposed to. If you like this video, please give us a thumb up, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so you'll not miss anything.